Assalamu alaikum students. This is English video lesson number 1 for class 6. It is not from any particular book, but it is about developing your general skill of paragraph writing. So you want your teacher to pause the video at any moment, please feel free to ask for it or replay. Then please ask the teacher to replay something for you, and let's get to work. Today's lesson is about creative writing, and we are doing some creative writing in every unit of our book in every class. And now in every creative writing there is always a paragraph that we need to work on. So the time duration for today's lesson would be around 70 minutes, and you would be needing your notebooks and pencils, erasers and sharpeners, etc. Now let's get started. Now what exactly is creative writing? Think about it and tell me. Creative writing is whenever you are writing a paragraph by yourself and in your own words. Creative writing is when you are writing an essay or a passage, describing something, telling about something, relating a story. All these come under the heading of creative writing. What is a paragraph? What do you think? Yes, paragraph is any combination of a few sentences in which we organize one topic of the creative writing. How do you divide your creative writing in paragraphs? Now, whenever we are writing something, we always organize different points that we want to add in that creative work into different segments to organize it better. So that is where paragraph division comes in. Now let's find out more details about the paragraph in our video. Now, by the end of today's lesson, we will be able to recognize the features of a paragraph, identify a good topic sentence, classify the use of supporting ideas, and pick out the concluding sentence. And by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to write a paragraph of 50 words as well. Now you will ask me, what are the features of a paragraph? Now remember, good topic sentence, supporting ideas and the concluding sentence. These are all features of a paragraph, and we will study about them in detail. Now let's look at it carefully. What is a paragraph? Paragraph is a group of sentences. There can be 4-5 sentences in there. You discuss in one paragraph only one main subject. You pick one theme for that paragraph and you concentrate on that. If you're talking about advantages of something, you only mention advantages in that paragraph. If you want to add disadvantages, then you have to go to the next paragraph. Any paragraph has 3 parts. Now let's talk about what those 3 parts are. Now the 3 parts of the paragraph are as follows. Number 1 is the topic sentence. It is the first sentence of the paragraph, and it tells you the theme of the paragraph. Second is the supporting sentences. These are at least 2 or 3 or 4 sentences. They give you more reasoning and more explanation about the topic sentence or the theme of the topic sentence. Now number 3 part of the paragraph is a concluding sentence. The concluding sentence sums up whatever you have said in the other sentences, and you take out the result of your whole discussion. Now let's look in detail what a topic sentence is. Now a topic sentence is mostly the sentence which gives you the whole main idea of the paragraph, and it is often the first sentence of the paragraph. It is not always the first, but mostly for the beginner, I would suggest that you choose the first sentence to be your topic sentence and make the theme of the rest of your paragraph very clear. Now, it tells us the theme of a paragraph, the main idea or the concept that you will be discussing in the paragraph. Now, when you are writing the paragraph, whatever theme you have selected in the topic sentence, you cannot move away from that theme, or your paragraph would become wrong. Now, there is one warning that we must always remember while we are writing the topic sentence. A topic sentence is neither too general nor too specific. You cannot talk about a lot of the subjects in one topic sentence, and you cannot be talking about something so specific that you would not have material to write in the rest of the paragraph. So be very careful about what topic sentence you choose. Now let's practice. Let's see if we can pick out the best topic sentence out of the sentences that we will be observing just now. This way we will be able to write the best topic sentences for our paragraphs as well. Now let's see, is the following sentence a good topic sentence? My hometown is Lahore, situated near the river Ravi, which is a big city with people from all over Punjab living in modern luxuries. Think about it. Is it a good topic sentence? If you think it is not a good topic sentence, then give me a reason for it as well. Have you thought about it? Is it a good topic sentence? No, it is not a good topic sentence because it has way too many details. My hometown Lahore is situated near River Ravi, which is a big city with people from all over Punjab living in modern luxuries. So here there are 3 points that are being discussed here. Situated near River Ravi, it's a big city, and modern luxuries as well. There are 3 different concepts that are being discussed. That will make it very difficult to complete or conclude the paragraph. Now, let's look at this sentence and tell me whether it's a good topic sentence or not. Lahore is beautiful. So what do you think? Is it a good topic sentence? No, not at all. It is not a good topic sentence. Why? Because it is too general and too boring. Saying that Lahore is beautiful covers way too many details. Like if you are talking about the fact that Lahore is beautiful in a paragraph, how many beautiful things are you going to mention in one paragraph? Then you would have to mention the beautiful buildings, you will have to mention the beautiful parks, you will have to mention the beautiful architecture, you will have to mention the inner city beauty as well, you will have to talk about the cultural beauty, you will have to talk about so many other things. That way the paragraph would continue to become longer and longer and longer, and the topic will not finish. So it is not a good topic sentence. Now let's look at this topic sentence. Is it a good one or not? Lahore is famous for its beautiful historical places. Do you think it's a good topic sentence? Yes, it's a good topic sentence. Why? Because it is neither too general nor too specific. It tells us that the Lahore is a city which is famous for its beautiful historical places. Now, it's talking about it being famous, that is a bit general, but it is being specific about What is it famous for? It is famous for its beautiful historical places. Now you can discuss in the paragraph in your supporting ideas the beauty of these places. Well done. Now that we have practiced topic sentences, let's look at the supporting ideas. This is the second part of the paragraph. You start with a topic sentence and then you give supporting ideas to explain your topic sentence. You give details about the main idea of the paragraph. You tell about how and why of the topic, meaning you explain, you give examples, you give reasoning. Also, you give facts to prove your theme and your point of view. You give examples to prove your point of view. You give lists to explain or to prove whatever you are saying. And you give reasoning for the way you are thinking. And that is when your paragraph or your supporting ideas become complete. Now remember, there is one very important thing you must remember about the supporting ideas. That there can be 2 to 5 sentences and there must be about the same main idea that is there in the topic sentences. If it is not the same, then it is not part of the same paragraph, then it becomes bullet points and your paragraph would be considered wrong. So remember this point whenever you are writing a paragraph. Now, whenever you end a paragraph, it must end with a concluding sentence. Now, what is a concluding sentence? Concluding sentence sums up whatever you have talked about earlier. It's sort of a result of everything that is discussed. It does not contain any new information. If you were talking about the positive points of internet, you cannot add in the last line that there are some negative points of the internet. That would be a part of a new paragraph. If you add it in the conclusion, your paragraph would become wrong. So, concluding sentence must never contain some new subject or information. Now that we know all about the 3 different parts of a paragraph, now let's look at this sample paragraph and try to find out the topic sentence, supporting sentences and concluding sentence in this paragraph. Now pause the video here, calmly and carefully point out the topic sentence, supporting sentences and concluding sentences in this paragraph. Do not skip to the answer part of the video, that would be cheating. And we don't want to cheat, we want to learn. Now that you have found out the supporting sentences, topic sentence and concluding sentence in the paragraph, let's check whether your answers are correct or not. There are 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. Yes, that is our topic sentence. Why? Because this is making it very clear that the theme of our paragraph is that we will be discussing the 3 reasons why Canada is one of the best countries in the world. First, Canada has an excellent healthcare system and all Canadians have access to medical services at a reasonable price. Now these are the first supporting ideas. What is the first reason that makes Canada a great country? Because there is a very good healthcare system and everybody can afford it. So this is the first supporting idea that is there for the topic sentence. Second, Canada has a high standard of education and students are taught by well-trained teachers and are encouraged to continue studying at university. Now this is the second supporting idea. Why? Because we are talking about the second reason why Canada is the great country, and that is their education system. And that education system is made great because of the well-trained teachers. Finally, the Canada's cities are clean and efficiently managed. Canadian cities have many parks and lots of space for people to live. Now this, my dear fellows, is the third supporting idea, which is telling us the third reason that makes Canada one of the greatest countries in the world, because the cities are well managed and very clean. Now, as a result, Canada is a desirable place to live. Now, from the sentence even, it is clear that is a conclusion and the result of the whole paragraph. That is why we call it a concluding sentence. Well done, guys. I'm very proud of you for your hard work. Now that we have found out different parts of the paragraph, now let's move on to writing an actual paragraph. Now let's see what we need to do. Now there are 3 steps to writing the paragraph that we are about to write. First, I want you to choose any one of the following topics. There is no restriction. You choose the one that you like or enjoy or you are interested in. Step 2. Then I want you to make a web map in your mind or on a paragraph, on a page or on your register or anywhere else you want. And try to think what you are going to write in your paragraph. What would be the topic sentence? What would be the supporting ideas? What would be the concluding sentence? Decide whether what major theme you would be discussing about that particular topic, what supporting ideas you will give to prove your point of view, and how will you conclude or sum up what you have said. Now, once you start this mind map and you have completed the mind map, then start writing the paragraph. Now think that you have to write a paragraph of 50 words with the help of the mind map you have made. Now you have to make sure that your paragraph has at least 4 to 5 sentences, because no paragraph is complete without that. Your paragraph has all the 3 parts: topic sentence, supporting ideas, as well as the concluding sentence. And your paragraph is about one main idea. Do not add extra detail in there or your paragraph would be marked wrong. Make sure that your paragraph is grammatically correct. I will give you a tip that you can read your paragraph aloud and you will be able to pick out half of your grammar mistakes. Best of luck! Now that you have completed your paragraph, here is a checklist for you to see whether you have followed the criteria or not. See whether your topic sentence is there. See whether you have added supported idea number 1 and 2 and 3. Now, it is possible to write 2 supporting ideas and skip the third one, but at least 2 supporting ideas need to be there. Make sure that the concluding sentence is there as well. Also, make sure that you have used capital letters at the proper places, you have punctuated at the proper places. Make sure you have used good vocabulary and your spellings are correct and your sentences make sense. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. Now, before I sign off today, I would like to wrap it up by asking you that what 2 new things did you learn today about paragraph writing? I know you must have written paragraphs before many times. But did you learn any new things about the paragraph today? Yes, today we learned about the different parts of the paragraph. Before now, we were not consciously writing any topic sentences or supporting ideas. Now we understand that we need to stick to one point or one main theme in one paragraph. Well done, guys. I'm really proud of you. I hope you will be writing very good paragraphs from now on. Have a great day.